Yo, fellas, what's going on? We're back with another long form, and I really appreciate the support on the last one. And I hope that was able to help out a lot of you guys on the debloating side. There was definitely a ton of sauce in there, and I like honestly doing these videos, and going a ton more in depth on these. So if you guys have anything specific that you want to see with looks maxing, with the ascending side, with just anything, feeling better, health, sleep, anything, just go ahead, drop a comment, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram at holstonholloway, because I'm definitely looking to do about one of these each week now, if possible. But yeah, as you guys can kind of see by the title, I don't want to leave you waiting any more longer. But basically, in this video, I'm basically going to be breaking down if I had 30 days and I wanted to change my appearance completely, right? Like how I looked, my confidence, my hair, my face, my physique, literally everything. If I had 30 days, this is exactly how I would do it. So the thing I want to preface it by saying is that a lot of this is just simple habits, right? I'm not going to give you guys anything like go get this surgery, right? Jump on an insane supplement stack, get, on peptides, get on fucking test, none of that. All right, this is all natural, just simple habits that a lot of people know will help them actually look better and feel better. They just don't want to do them because they're bored, and it actually takes work, okay? That's the big thing. A lot of this is going to take work, but if you guys are really wanting it bad enough, then you will go out and get it. Okay, so firstly, I can't stress this one enough, sleep, okay? That's going to be the biggest thing, and I always preach about this too. Now, you need to be sleeping 8 to 9 hours, high quality sleep every single night, okay? You need to have a consistent sleep schedule. Yeah, that has to be consistent, right? You can't just do that 3 times a week, fuck off on the weekend, and expect to look better. That's not how it works whatsoever. Now, obviously, there's going to be nights to where you might get 5 to 6 hours of sleep, right? That happens. But if you can consistently get around 8 to 9 hours of high quality sleep, at least like 6 days a week, okay? Ideally 7, ideally as much as you can, right? That's what's going to actually make such a big difference in your appearance and just literally everything. And there's so many different ways that you can go ahead and just improve your sleep quality. Magnesium glycinate, wearing a sleep mask, sleeping in a cool dark room, making sure that you cut out eating at least like 3 hours before bed, cut out blue light, wear some blue light glasses. And honestly, dude, that will go ahead and improve your sleep. Like as soon as I implemented all those habits, or at least a couple of them, my sleep literally got so much better, right? I barely even wake up in the middle of the night anymore unless I have to piss, which I try to not drink as much water before bed. I'm trying to get better at that. That's definitely my biggest issue right now, but we're working on that one for sure. All right. And then next up, your hydration. That's going to be the biggest thing, okay? Your body is made up, I don't even know what the fuck it is, like 80% of water or something like that. Not sure. But dude, if you're not hydrated throughout the day, it's going to fuck up your whole day. Like I'm talking from experience, bro. I've had kidney stones before. That mainly gets caused by not drinking enough water, okay? Now that's the biggest difference that you need to make. I promise you, it's like night and day with how you actually feel, okay? So with your hydration, I would say at least drink 3 liters to a gallon of water every day, okay? No excuses. And obviously just drinking the water isn't actually gonna hydrate you, right? Now you wanna go ahead and use electrolytes, okay? And you wanna get a salt-based electrolyte because salt is going to be one of the biggest electrolytes, and that's what a lot of hydration, I guess, drinks or supplements or whatever actually tend to leave out. So one that I use right now, I don't have it on me, but I literally use Santa Cruz Paleo, bro. It's clean ingredients. It actually balances out the electrolytes. It has a good balance, which is going to be the biggest thing. You don't want to spike one electrolyte and not have any other electrolytes, right? You want to make sure that you're having all 3 of them, okay? And of course, there's other ways to get those, but literally just jumping on, some electrolytes in the morning and actually drinking enough water throughout the day, you're going to be golden, okay? Now, if you're tending to work out a lot more, sweat a lot more throughout the day, then definitely drink more water, have a lot more salt. That's going to be a big thing. But, if you just want to hydrate yourself throughout your day, just drink at least 3 liters of water and have a scoop of electrolytes in the morning. It's literally that simple. So next up is going to be your nutrition, okay? Now your nutrition is going to be one of the biggest things with it, right? Now, you don't need to be completely perfect with your nutrition. You just need to make sure that you're eating at least 85% whole foods. So that's going to be things like eggs, beef, chicken, fruits like bananas, strawberries, blueberries, stuff like that. Potatoes, rice. Literally just make your diet like simple as fuck, and that's going to make life so much easier, okay? Because it's also going to save you money, right? Because a lot of people just go out. I do this too, right? I do this too. But you go out and you eat out, you get the fast food, you even eating at restaurants, right? A lot of that's not going to be whole foods and it's stuff that you don't really need. And you go out there and by the time you're done, you realize you spent $40 and, you kind of feel like shit afterwards, okay? Now it depends on what you get, but the moral of the story, just eat a simple, clean diet and you will feel so much better. Okay, it's also going to give you way more nutrients. Your physique is going to get better. You're going to get noticeably leaner and you're not going to have stomach problems. You're not going to feel like shit. Okay, now your nutrition is going to be one of the biggest things. Focus on protein as well. For each meal, you want to prioritize as much protein as you can. And for carbs are good. Like, you don't want to completely cut those out. But I would say if you're not getting movements in, don't eat them, right? Like on a day like today, all right, not obviously proud of it, but it's been kind of a weird day because I was at a wedding this weekend. But I'm literally not going to have any carbs with my dinner. I'm just going to have veggies and chicken, basically what it's going to look like. But yeah, that's what I would say for nutrition. It's honestly very simple. It's just hard to follow because you actually have to be very disciplined because a lot of it doesn't taste good a lot of the time, right? So yeah, next thing, movement. You want to make sure that you're getting 10 to 15K steps a day, prioritizing getting movement in the morning, okay? Getting movement in the morning, waking up, getting out of bed, getting ready, going outside, getting sunlight in your eyes, going on like a 20 to 30 minute walk, okay? And if you do that at least like 2 to 3 times a day, dude, you're going to naturally rack up 10 to 15K steps a day, which is the sweet spot. You're going to get leaner, you're going to have higher energy, you're going to feel better, your mind's going to be clearer, and you're just going to feel way better overall, okay? It's such a big thing because so many people overcomplicate cardio. They think that they had to go out and, jog a bunch or go out and, do like 2-3 hours of fucking stationary bike. Like, you don't need to do that, right? You don't need to do that. Literally just go out, walk 2 to 3 times a day and get 10 to 15K steps. That's literally all I can say, okay? It's also going to help with debloating you because you're actually going to be getting movement in and you're going to be sweating a little bit more. Okay. Also doing sprints, it's so beneficial for you. So beneficial. Okay. Doing like 2 to 3 reps, like maybe like, even like 2 to 3 times a week that are like 25 seconds each, just hard sprints, gonna help you out so much. So much. Especially with your testosterone. That's one of the biggest benefits of them at the end of the day. Okay. Now, with your looks, you obviously want to dial in your looks. Okay. You need to get a routine set in place to actually dial in your looks. Because so many people just think, oh, it's genetics. I need to get this surgery. I need to fucking do this. No. Literally just put a routine in place. Actually do things that you can control. And you'll literally go from like a fucking 4 out of 10 to like at least like a 7 out of 10 by just improving your looks. Okay. Actually looking like you're put together and you actually take care of yourself. Okay. That's going to be like grooming. Trim the facial hair. Okay. Unless it actually looks good on you. Because a lot of people just do it, especially when they're in high school, like junior, senior year, when it's starting to come in, they just leave it on there. I've done that too. If it doesn't look good, fucking shave it off, bro. A clean face looks so much better. Trust me. And then also with your hair, find a haircut that's actually going to work on your face shape, right? You want to make sure it actually complements your jawline, complements your face, and doesn't make your face look round, doesn't make it look wide. You want to make sure it actually complements you, okay? And it fits with your face shape. And with your skincare, now a lot of people will really overcomplicate this. They think that they need some like $50 face wash and then another moisturizer, another cream. Like, you don't need any of that, okay? For skincare, literally all I do now, just to also preface that, I'm not somebody who's very prone to acne, okay? I never have been. But when you do all these other habits that I just told you, you're naturally going to lose your acne. You're not going to have as much acne at the end of the day. Your skin quality is going to be way better. It's going to be glowing way more anyways. But dude, literally, I just use a sea sponge to exfoliate my face every day when I'm in the shower. And then I wash my face like maybe once every 2 days, once every 3 days. Or just after I've done something to where it got a little bit dirty, got sweaty. But yeah, dude. Literally just water is going to be good at the end of the day. And then using a towel that's separate from the one that you use on your body so you don't transfer bacteria over. But yeah, and then also getting lean over time, okay? Now, obviously, getting lean is not going to happen overnight. It's something that's going to happen over a period of time once you lock in these good habits. Once you actually start eating clean, drinking more water, getting movement in throughout the day, getting enough sleep, Okay, because people neglect those, and then they're like, oh, well, why am I not getting leaner? Like, I'm eating in a calorie deficit, right? Like, I'm lifting, I'm running. Like, dude, you have to dial in the other habits, figure out what type of cardio is actually going to work for you, because I posted a reel on this the other day. Running most of the time is not going to get you lean, and it's not going to be the best way to do it. It spikes your cortisol. If you're not recovering well, it lowers testosterone, and it puts a bunch of stress on your body, and it burns carbs instead of actually burning fat. Okay, when you walk, it does the opposite. So just start walking if you're actually trying to get leaner. That's one of the biggest things. Okay, but again, getting lean is going to take a lot of time. It's not going to happen immediately, not even after 30 days. It's going to take a while, but if you're disciplined, you're actually consistent, it will happen, I promise you. Okay, now lastly, this is going to be the most important thing, especially with becoming unrecognizable to everybody around you, is literally just on your mindset. Okay, if you can dial in your mindset and become different minded from everybody around you, actually have good mindset, good energy, it's going to improve everything. Okay, literally everything. Now, this is something that I honestly want to talk about more. It's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. The energy that you have, if you have good energy, it's going to go ahead and gravitate good things towards you. It's going to go ahead and bring good people into your life. Okay, but if you have bad energy, it's going to gravitate bad things into your life, bad people into your life. Okay, so literally just have good energy. That's one of the biggest things. But again, just staying consistent, knowing that things aren't going to happen immediately, because that's just not realistic, and not listening to fuckers around you. Okay, I've had so many people tell me, oh, well, dude, this isn't going to work. Oh, well, dude, you should just quit. Like, why aren't you going to college? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, don't listen to that shit. I promise you. If you can just cut out the noise from everybody around you, it will fucking make your life so much better. I can promise you. You don't want to waste energy on people who aren't after the same shit as you. You do not want to waste energy on that. It's not going to do anything positive for you, and it's just going to give them more of a reason on and make what they're actually saying more true about you. So literally just don't listen to it. It's fucking bullshit. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to be doing the same shit as everybody else. And yeah, that's all I can say. Okay, next thing with actually improving your mindset is going to be actually getting out and walking every morning. Okay, and if you need to do this, I would say do it like once without music, because then you can just like actually be there with your thoughts, clear your head, stop overthinking. If you need to talk to fucking ChatGPT, do it. Dude, I talk to ChatGPT at least an hour to 2 a day. Like, I know it sounds fucking crazy, but dude, it's one of the biggest things that you can actually do. Okay, and it's one of the highest ROI things at the end of the day. Like, just walking and talking to ChatGPT, fucking cheat code, bro, I promise you. Okay, now another thing I want to say is, if you guys go in and immediately try and implement everything I just told you, most likely, chances are, unless you're a very disciplined person already, you're going to quit. Okay, just because it's so much on your plate and you're gonna get overwhelmed, I can promise you. Like I said, I'm speaking from experience. So literally, if you can, just try and implement one habit. Okay, like you go 3 days and you start going on walks every morning. Okay, going on walks every morning, and then 3 days later, after that, you start walking at least 2 to 3 times a day. After that, the next week, you start drinking 3 liters of water, and then you start actually eating a cleaner diet. Okay, after that, you dial in your sleep. After that, you dial in your mindset. After that, you dial in your grooming and appearance. Okay, that's going to make such a big difference. Okay, such a big difference. Now, obviously, none of this is complicated. You know, most people already know what they need to do. They just don't want to do it because they know it's going to be hard. They know it's actually going to take time. They know it's going to take a lot of discipline, which they don't have. They don't have. Okay, they're always looking for the fast gratification, the things that are going to happen fucking immediately. That's not how it works. Okay? And at the end of the day, before you even step into doing any of the habits I just explained to you, you need to understand that it's not going to happen immediately. It's going to take fucking time. And the people who recognize that beforehand are the ones who are going to win. They're the ones who are actually going to become completely night and day unrecognizable in the next 30 days, if they can actually do that. Okay? And then just staying consistent long enough to actually see the results happen. Because most people, like I said, they quit because they don't see results immediately. They want that instant gratification. You can stay there for 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, even a year of doing these habits, you will see progress. Most people just quit after 2 weeks because they don't see it immediately. If you can understand that and that's how it's going to be, you will win. You'll fucking win. I promise you. Okay, trust me.